TIFU by sleeping over at my new girlfriend's house and taking sleeping pills. I, 38 am in the process of a high-conflict divorce. 5 years in the making after 8 years married. 5 months ago I met a wonderful woman. She has been very understanding with the situation with my soon-to-be ex and kids. We've put off sleeping over since I was still living with my wife in our house. A couple of weeks ago,
the court ordered my wife to move out and we now exchange the kids every week.
This was her week with the kids and my girlfriend and I decided to finally have a sleepover.
Throughout the whole divorce process I have been having trouble sleeping.
And have been taking sleeping pills on and off for the past 6 months. This week was particularly hard with the kids out of the house, and by Thursday I had a total 10 hours of sleep. So I go to the pharmacy to get sleeping pills. My girlfriend has already warned me she is a light sleeper and has a strict schedule of going to sleep at 10 p.m. So I want our first night to go well with no disturbance from me. Secondly, my experience has taught me that I need at least 3 sleeping pills to feel the effects, and even then, they take a few hours to kick in. Granted, I've never used this particular brand, but I trust my experience. Given that I'm 115 kilograms and 201 and don't drink or take drugs, it might be that I'm just not that responsive to sleeping agents. So I get to her house after a tough day in the office where I had to let go of staff. I'm sleep deprived and emotionally exhausted. We order pizza and salad, and when it arrives we sit down to eat. It's around 7 p.m. So I decide to take the pills then so they would have time to do their thing. We get through the salad,
and by the time we get to the pizza I'm starting to feel woozy.
By the end of the meal, I can't see straight. It's difficult to form sentences and I'm experiencing very strong hiccups. My girlfriend sits me on the couch and rubs my back to help with the hiccups. And within 20 minutes they're gone. She helps me brush my teeth and helps me into bed. It's just after 8 p.m. and she jumps in the bed with me and rubs my back and arms until I'm asleep. Next thing I know, I feel a fart coming on and just let it rip. As you can guess, it was a trick my sphincter was playing on my sleeping pill-soaked brain, and I go on to make a deposit of loose change in my underpants. I jump out of the bed and run to the bathroom.
I try to quietly clean up, and long story short,
I go through a roll of toilet paper and ruin 2 hand towels and the little carpet by the toilet. In
the process, I get out of the bathroom and run into my very worried girlfriend pacing the hallway.
I tell her what happened and she bursts out laughing. Tells me not to worry, and after assuring me I didn't shit the bed as well, puts me back to sleep. I woke up this morning to a clean bathroom, laundered towels and underwear, and a fresh cup of coffee. She's a keeper. Lesson:
not all sleeping pills are equal.
Some come with added sharts. TLDR: underestimated strength and side effects of sleeping pills, and shat myself on first sleepover with new girlfriend. I shit on my girlfriend's couch when we first started dating. Been married 13 years this year. Edit. Got rid of the couch though. Haha. My wife peed her pants the night we got married. Going on 11 years in March. Keep this one. Damn, keep that girl. If I ever to get back into the dating game, I'm going to have to try shitting on the first date. Clearly, based on comments, it works. I was expecting something like you ended up sleeping in super late, but no. Not even close. Thanks for the laugh though. Lol. By the way, I've never shat myself, but this reminds me of laying in bed reading and letting out a loud fart, and desperately trying not laugh from my GF jumping in her sleep. Please take medicine as directed. It ended well this time. It could have been much more serious. I got drunk, went to sleep in my girl's room, then woke up later naked at the foot of her father's bed after just taking a shit on his bedroom carpet. I crawl over to this monk's bedside and stare him in his sleeping face, wondering where the hell am I? Got up and went into the bathroom, still not even realizing what happened, and fell into the shower, laughing as she was yelling at me. Apparently I went into his room, took a shit, went back to her room to tell her, then went back to his room and laid on the floor before becoming semi-conscious. She cleaned everything and he had no idea for a while. I guess I am the only one wondering. She helped you brush your teeth? Question mark, exclamation mark. You had us in the first half. NGL. My lady did something similar once. Advice: never bring it up, or joke about it, but respect a million times over for knowing she could have made that the most embarrassing night of your life, and she didn't, 'cause she definitely thinks you're a keeper too. Keeper. My husband was divorced with 3 kids, 30 years old, and trying to get sober after getting out of jail after his ex pressed charges against him for writing a check on their joint account. He was a mess. Now, we're celebrating 14 years married this year, have 4 kids of our own. He's 11 years sober, and I still couldn't imagine myself with anyone else. He definitely wasn't what I thought I'd find, but he was it. I had no choice in the matter. Smile. I hope you get some sleep soon. Insomnia is a bitch, I know all too well myself. Good luck to you. Edit. I mean 3 kids. We have 3 kids of our own, lol. That's very embarrassing. But on a serious note, I'm glad to hear things are starting to look up for you again on the relationship front, and I hope everyone at work lands on their feet. I'm sure they will. I know it's none of my business, and I'm not saying to do anything straight away, but start thinking of an exit plan for the pills. There are tons of great sleep physicians out there.
And GPs. She is truly a keeper.
However, I would highly recommend you to be careful with the sleeping pills or any other medicine you take in a new environment that is not your usual one. Your body builds up resistance to drugs and medicines, but these are dependent on the context you take them, aka the room, the time,
the temperature, etc.
When your body is in the familiar environment, it will adequate its internal chemistry to match the expected doses. However, when in unfamiliar environment, you are in high alert mode, which means that the internal chemistry and response is different. So if you take the same doses, your body will react completely different. There has been studies that have found out that a huge amount of overdose cases from various substances did not ingest a higher dose necessarily, but received the dose in an unfamiliar place, so their body was not prepared to deal with it like it normally did. This is why we hear of a lot of overdoses in hotels from people who took their usual meds plus sleeping pills because they knew they did not sleep well away from home. Hope this tip helps people. Stay safe, people. Dude, that made me actually lol. Yes, she's a keeper, man. Congrats. That girl is an absolute legend. I have epilepsy, the kind where all your muscles do whatever the fuck they want.
This can get messy.
Early on in a previous relationship, I had a seizure in her car, and that resulted in a new passenger seat and a deep clean. We took it with a fair amount of humor and, well, at least you didn't piss in the car jokes were
quite common.
So you were telling us that your GF helps you when you are high, laughs at you for shitting yourself, and is caring? Wow, man. She's the girl everyone is looking for out there. Sharing is caring. Edit.
TYVM for the award.
First award ever. Your fuck up is not reading the instructions that come with the medicine. You risk worse than shitting yourself. Don't drink or take drugs. Takes 3 sleeping pills a night to go to sleep. That one is a real keeper. I shat my pats twice with my GF and she took care of me. Now married for 19 years and we still love each other very much. Take your medication as directed. When you say sleeping pills, what are you talking about?
Prescription stuff.
Melatonin, diphenhydramine, because don't take that much melatonin or diphenhydramine. And the prescription stuff is even more dangerous to take extra doses of.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.